Hey howdy, hey everyone, welcome back to Happily Adventures After. This is London and I am your host, and basically all it is at Happily Adventures After, other than my amazing family who helps come on these Disney trips and give me the reviews. I've got to stop talking, but we are here for Happily Adventures After Hey Disney Top 10, which, if you don't know, is the top 10 countdown for us here at Happily Adventures After on a specific Disney topic. Whether that be at Walt Disney World. Maybe it's also about staying off property, because we love, I know we're in the vast minority here, but we love to stay off Disney property. We find it so much better and more conducive to our Walt Disney World vacation. And even when I've gone to Disneyland, we stay off property. Now I do want to stay at Disneyland's hotels and stuff. I really do. However, for us, it's very conducive, and it has been since I was little. So, for instance, those are our Hey Disney Top 10 topics. We also have branched out into the Disney Cruise Line, and hopefully one day soon we'll make it back to Disneyland, or even do something, for instance, Adventures by Disney, and anything that is encompassing a Disney-esque trip. So now that you have a backstory about how Hey Disney Top 10 acts as your virtual concierge to all things Disney, I want to dive into this week's Hey Disney Top 10 topic. And that is very timely right now, because we are in the dead middle of it. It is how to enjoy the Disney World summers that are basically filled with heat, fun, and rain. We all know that visiting Walt Disney World in the summer is a magical adventure like no other, and it truly can make such a great summer vacation destination. But let's be real. The Florida heat is intense, and the rain is relentless. That sticky humidity the minute you walk out your door, where you literally feel wet, to those sudden afternoon downpours that you are soaked, absolutely soaked. They really can be a challenge to even the most Disney seasoned fan. I still have a hard time with the weather, like stepping out knowing I'm going to feel soaked, having humidity proof makeup and setting spray on, to it basically then melting off. Or to coming out, if you were in an attraction, you step outside and you're like, I wasn't prepared for this, and it is downpouring and you have to make a dash for it, but you can't, because you can't run at Walt Disney World. And you're like, well, I'm here, let's get soaked. All of that to say, as fun as Disney are, there are some great ways to beat that summer heat and rain, because the summer brings long park hours, beautiful tropical vibes, and unique energy that makes the parks sparkle just a little bit different. If you're prepared, you can beat the summer heat and rain and soak up all the magic with a smile at Walt Disney World. I've been there, soaked, sweaty, and sometimes sunburned. But laughing through the storms and dancing through the torrential downpours and puddles allows you to enjoy your time. So with that, let's dive into the Hey Disney Top 10 tips for enjoying Walt Disney World in the summer, so you can stay as cool, as dry as possible, but also full of fun. So let's take a backstory here. One of my first memory trips was in summer. It was in 2000. I remember this exactly. It was in 2008. It was right before school starts. So I'm in Ontario and we start right after Labor Day. So we decided to go the week before school started to Walt Disney World. Holy, it was hot from what I remember. We've been to Walt Disney World so many times before that, but this is one of my first memories of the summer. It was hot, it was sweaty, it was sticky. I was like, what is this? Now, we stayed at a vacation house off property, which was excellent because we had a pool, we could jump in at any time. However, we still went to Walt Disney World, and boy, oh boy, was it something else. Okay? Now, let's flash forward to 2013. Now, for my family and I who was there, this was a preschool vacation kind of ordeal. I had already graduated, as I said, so I would graduate high school. I was going into university at that time. So we were there making the most of it just for so much fun. I so 110% remember this. It was a celebration for my cousin's birthday. It was a beautiful day. In the normal part of the day, we went out. We were like, okay, let's go to Magic Kingdom for the end to kind of meet that match at her birthday because it was open late. We made our trip there. It was so much better because it wasn't as hot and muggy in the afternoon and evening. Yeah, we got there. Super beautiful. Torrential downpour. We got soaked. We were actually meeting Mickey Mouse at the time, so we had come out to being soaking wet. And it was hilarious. Now we laugh at it, but we have so much fun. So all of this to say is you quickly learn how to navigate the sun and the rain and find joy in all those moments. Now, yes, Florida is hot most all the time. Florida has crazy rainstorms, just randomly. However, in the summer, they can be more intense. So if you have a strategic plan to finding the best indoor shows, the being prepared, making sure you have your water with you, all of those things, you can transform your vacation from miserable to magic. Since all of these trips, we have planned dozens of summer trips in this heat. I went on one last year. I went on one about 2 years before that. No, a year before that. We have planned a summer. What am I saying? We have planned a summer trip when I look back at it for quite a few years, maybe skipping a few here and there. But planning those and knowing how to navigate it saves so much each and every day. Between footwear, backpacks, and sanity and clothing because you're getting soaked, oh, it is perfect. So without further ado, let's dive into our Hey Disney top 10 ways to enjoy Disney in the summer. All right, our first one is hydrate like it's your main attraction. Florida summers are hot and humid, and dehydration can sneak up on you so quickly. Staying hydrated keeps your energy up. It helps you avoid heat exhaustion, which can happen very easily, and keep that smile going all day long. So whether you want to carry a refillable water bottle or water bottles you have purchased outside the parks, I don't really truly suggest that you purchase water unless you need it, where it comes with your kids' meal kind of thing. And adults can get kids' meals too. I do it all the time in the parks because Dasani water bottles are like $5 and it's the only brand they sell. I think they also sell smart water in some locations like Starbucks. Tangent, but just so you're aware if you have a water preference. I know I do because every water tastes different, but I truly suggest you either use Instacart or a grocery delivery service if you're staying on property, or if you have a rental car or your own car and you can drive and get water bottles, like a pack, a 24 pack. Your 24 to 36 pack, for instance, at Target is going to cost you the same or less than one water bottle does in Walt Disney World. And I think the Target water tastes better than the Dasani water. Just saying that out loud. So if you want, carry a refillable water bottle and a couple other kind of plastic water bottles if that's your thing. I don't drink Florida tap water. I'm in that majority. I find it gross. It makes my tummy upset. Makes a lot of people I know's tummy upset. So I don't do that. We fill up our own either with a gallon jug or those 32 count water bottles. We fill those up with our own water bottles. So we have something that's, for instance, iced. Now we do like to stay off property and they have a fridge and a freezer. But if you can get ice from, for instance, Starbucks, if you can tolerate that in Walt Disney World, and then fill up your own water, or if you're okay with it, using Disney's free ice water, plus those disposable water bottles, do it. You need them. I pack like my own water bottle, plus 4, probably, disposable water bottles, and one for the car. That's for me, alone. I do that for every person. Yes, I bring a backpack. So I'm just saying that because dehydration, especially in the summer, can sneak up on you very quickly. And I've seen myself down an entire water bottle just by walking from the Ticket and Transportation Center to the security center. I'm not making that up. From the parking lot to the security, I can down an entire water bottle. It is that hot. Now, if we go in December, you're not going to use that much water because it's not as hot, for instance. So if you were staying off property or Instacarting your groceries, get like 3, maybe 32 count water bottles for your entire week alone. When we go, we probably get 5 or 6. I drink a lot of water, as does my family, but I'm using that to show you how much you truly do need. I don't drink these often. However, sometimes in Walt Disney World, I will bring in like a blue power. I'm a Powerade person. I'm not a Gatorade person. Or BioSteel packets. I think those are Canadian. I'm not 100% sure. But it's basically like an electrolyte mix or a sports drink. Any one of your choice can also help you if you're sweating a lot, because you need to replenish those electrolytes. All this to say is bring as much water as possible. Try to avoid caffeine. I'm not saying don't have your Joffreys. I am not saying that. I'm not saying don't have your Starbucks, because I'm right there with you. I like coffee. Avoid drinking alcohol when it's super, super hot. This is just like a PSA to help you stay hydrated. And all of that to say, because they do dehydrate you, if you do drink one, drink a water bottle, just so you have that. That way you avoid heat exhaustion and you make sure that you're not dehydrated, because Making sure you have all the water you need can help you with fatigue. It can help you with heat stroke, because trust me, you don't want to be the person dragged out at the end of the day because you have all of that. It is hot. I am not making this up. So bring your water, your refillable water bottles if you're okay with using refilled water from Walt Disney World, or your own plastic water bottles that you get off property. Whatever it is, don't worry. Disney Parks does have it, but it will come at a cost. So bring it with you. All right, our number 2 on this list is to pack and wear sun protection and use it as you need it pretty generously. So the sun in Florida is intense. It is like no other. You can sit in a pool, for instance, for 30 minutes and be completely burnt when you're in Walt Disney World in a resort pool. And at home, in the exact same time, it might take you an hour to an hour and a half to get that burnt, if that, because you are closer to the equator. So sunburns can truly ruin your trip. I'm the type of person, I'm going to be honest, that can burn once a year and then I'm done. However, my cheeks and my shoulders can get burned. So I make sure when I'm wearing whatever I'm wearing that day to make sure I have sun protection on that. So sunblock or anything like that. I like a mineral sunscreen. This is just a chat. However, you use whatever you want to use, because I find the other ones make me itchy. So any broad spectrum sunscreen, whether it's SPF 30 or higher, really can help you. Now, also, if you're somebody who needs it, bring a wide brimmed hat, a UV protection sunglasses if you feel like you need it, and light breathable UV clothing if you want or feel like you need it. Don't forget, you can always to have your sunscreen with you in case you need to reapply it. And most certainly, if you're, for instance, like me, where your shoulders get burned right away and you're wearing something, because you do wear lighter clothing in the summer, you're wearing a tank top, spaghetti strap top, whatever it is, put sunscreen on that just so it doesn't burn, because the rest of your trip is going to suck otherwise. I, for instance, here's a story. Like a dingo a couple of years ago, was in Walt Disney World. I think Hollywood Studios is the hottest park. Some people say Animal Kingdom is. I think it is, especially going over to Tower of Terror. Well, midday when the sun is the hottest, I decided I wanted to wear a tank top like a crazy person. So it was a really cute shirt, a spaghetti strap shirt. I got roasted within 20 minutes of being in the park, to the point I was so burnt to a crisp, I needed to buy a new shirt to protect my shoulders. That was just then, okay? So be aware, it can happen. If you don't want to do that, make sure you wear a t-shirt so you don't get burned. But then if you overheat, don't forget to have water, nice water, going to the pool. Okay, I'm just talking here. So needless to say, make sure you have sun protection with you, especially if you feel like you don't want it. Grab that hat, just put it in your bag, clip it to your fanny pack, whatever it is. That way you have it. It's better to have it than not, especially because nobody wants sunburns. Nobody does, or heat exhaustion. So most certainly pack and wear that sun protection and use it as needed. Number 3 on our HAA Disney top 10 ways to enjoy Walt Disney World this summer is to embrace the rain with ponchos and waterproof gear. Afternoon Florida storms are just sudden. It can say on the radar it's not going to happen. It can say on the radar it's going to happen at 3 p.m. It'll happen at 2 p.m., 4 p.m. It'll happen at 1 p.m. for 10 minutes. It may not happen. Then all of a sudden at night it happens. So they're predictable, but they are unpredictable at the same time and can come in and just downpour. They're usually quite short unless the entire day is filled with rain, but just being aware, because being unprepared means that you're soggy, you're cranky, and you don't want to be wet. And I, for one, hate when my socks get wet and my running shoes get wet, and I hate the feeling of my day is ruined. I'm going to be honest, I am that person, and if I know it's going to rain wearing like what I'm wearing in Walt Disney World, I will not wear shoes that make me wear socks. I will wear Birkenstocks because I just don't do it. I don't like the feeling. So needless to say, packing and embracing the rain is phenomenal. Pack very lightweight ponchos. Now, I would suggest Disney sells ponchos. I wear them for water rides, so I have a ton with me. But I would suggest that you go to Target, back to that Instacart, or if you have a car, go to Target, get a poncho. Don't get those emergency $1, $2 ones. Get ones at least $5, $10. It'll cover you, because as a story, my cousin and I thought it would be a great idea. We were going on Cali River Rapids. We knew we were going to. It was one of our favorites, so we went to get ponchos at Target before. There were 3 of us. My cousin and I, who are closer in age than in the 3 group, thought we will buy these $1 ponchos. It will be fine. They're the emergency ponchos. The younger one of the group thought, I'm going to buy the Minnie Mouse one because it's cute. We're going to Walt Disney World. Ours were broken in seconds. Our hoods ripped, completely ripped. We got soaked down our backs just from that alone. So needless to say, we learned our lesson because the cousin who had the Minnie Mouse poncho that was a little bit more expensive, yeah, she was dry as bone. No problem there. So buy those kind of more expensive. They might be a little bit more expensive than you want to pay. They're still cheaper than Walt Disney World's. So pack those, or here you go. Or if you like to bring your own rain jacket, because some people don't like ponchos, they're a humidity trap. If you like to wear your own rain jacket, bring those and pack footwear accordingly. So if you don't want to get soaked and you don't want your running shoes to get soaked, then don't wear flip-flops. Wear something like Birkenstock slides that are a little hardier. I know there are other shoes, I believe they're called like Tevas. I've never worn them. I've just seen them. Anything that is more open, your feet will dry quickly. All of that to say, bring rain gear. Also pack a waterproof bag for any electronics. I am talking not just your phone, because most phones now have a waterproof coating. Be aware if yours does not. I'm talking like your external chargers. I'm talking about any kids' tablets. If you're somebody who has a kid, and I've seen them, a lot of people in the park have their kids' tablets. Bring a waterproof bag, because you might have it in the stroller and bing, bang, boom, it's soaking wet and doesn't work. So all of that to say is just pack rain gear, pack waterproof bags, here's a good idea, even adults, pack extra clothes just so you have them in case you get soaked and you didn't have time to put that poncho on, just in case. It's better to have anything dry and bringing that extra gear than to have nothing and be soaked for the rest of the day. And that is why we had to include it on our list. All right, number 4 on our list is to use indoor attractions and shows strategically as cool down and non-rain zones. So when you're in the heat or when the rain is hitting, you want to escape to the best air conditioning you can and enjoy the entertainment. So plan those indoor attractions, those shows. So Hall of Presidents, for instance, anything like that. Monsters Inc. Laugh For, as well as any dark rides during peak sun or rain. So I'm thinking, like I said, Pirates of the Caribbean, Mickey's PhilharMagic, Frozen Ever After, anything like that has an indoor, for the most part, queue and attraction. Now noting some of the more popular attractions, like Frozen Ever After, will have an outdoor portion of the queue because it is so big, so you will still get wet. Just noting that, all right? So when you're picking your best attractions for indoors, for air conditioning and to get out of the heat, judge where you need to go, because you want to make sure you and your items stay the driest. Now, while you're in that indoor attraction, if you have a stroller, I would highly suggest you bring a rain cover for your stroller and just plop that on anyways. You never know when it's going to rain when you're in an attraction in the summer, and then you get soaking wet strollers. I have seen it. I've never experienced it because I don't have one, but I've seen it. So please make sure you pack a rain cover, because I've seen people look and go, oh man, it's still soaking wet, and I feel so bad. But they can happen, especially when you use those indoor attractions during a rainstorm. Don't forget to put that on it. Why is this a must? Well, first of all, it breaks up your day. It allows you to be cool and dry and keeps you entertained while avoiding the hottest and wettest days and times of your park day. So needless to say, we want to make sure that is always there for you. Number 5 on our list is to schedule a midday break and go back to your resort. So when's the hottest part of the day? The midday. It also rains around 2 or 3, sometimes noon. So why don't you just go back and enjoy your resort? Staying on property or off, head back to your resort for a nap, a swim, or a relax in the AC and probably a shower, because you're going to be soaking wet from sweat the entire day. This way, if you're staying on property, you can use Disney transportation to get to and from your hotel and back to whatever park you were at smoothly. A midday rush is a refresh for you and your group, and it also allows you to enjoy a cooler evening and night show without a burnout. Number 6 on our list is to arrive early or stay late to avoid the peak heat. Early mornings and late evenings tend to be a lot cooler with lighter crowds. Noting that, I suggest you take advantage of early theme park entry or extended evening hours if you're a Disney resort guest, or specifically a Disney Deluxe resort guest for those extended evening hours. Use the morning for outdoor attractions and the evenings for those nighttime spectaculars. You'll get short lines, more comfortable weather, and the most of making your time and energy in the heat. So you won't be there in that midday, like 11 to 4, 3 time where it is so hot and everybody is crowded in because you have that crossover between day guests and kind of like anybody who goes in the evenings. So needless to say, it'll be a lot less crowded. You'll have less sun and less midday heat. So just enjoy staying early or late to avoid the peak heat and probably a rainstorm. Number 7 on our list is to use mobile order and snacks to avoid long food lines. So if you're using quick service, standing in a long line under the sun or the rain is no fun because I have seen on peak times, like I'm talking 4th of July time, the lines get so long that they're out the door and everybody's in the heat or the rain and nobody wants that. So I suggest you use mobile order and your own snacks to make the most out of your time to avoid those lines and get into the air conditioning as fast as you can. Using mobile order for quick service meals on the My Disney Experience app is a game changer. Also, keep your snacks, like if you like fruit that keeps your energy up, or fruit snacks or gummies. I'm not, for instance, a gummy person. I like the Smart Sweet gummies. Those are good. I'm staring at them on my desk right now. That's why I thought of it. So I pack those in my bag so I always have something to bring up my sugar in case I'm feeling too hot in the park. I pack granola bars all the time. Again, packing my sugar up. Sometimes we also have, like I said earlier, Gatorade once or twice. Anything that keeps those sugars up and is good for you kind of thing are great to have with you. Also, I like Mickey pretzels. I'll walk around with those and cheese. Is that the best for you? No, but it is awesome. They're great when you quick carb, right? It's great for an energy boost. So all of that to say is grab some snacks. Also ice cream. Ice cream is a snack. It's really a food group, but ice cream. Grab your favorite ice cream, whether it's a Dole Whip, Mickey Premium Bar, ice cream sandwich, or any type of any ice cream. That will surely help you. Or the Olaf popsicle. I'm just going off on a tangent here. Cool snacks are great too. See, like Olaf popsicle, that strawberry bar, but Olaf popsicle. That strawberry lemonade bar is phenomenal. All of this to say is mobile ordering saves time. Having snacks on hand is amazing because you never know when you're going to need them. I'm even talking adults. I know you see a lot of parents packing snacks, but I'm an adult. I pack my snacks too. That way I have them when I'm in line or something like that. Keeping everybody fed and happy is amazing. Cool snacks, like you can't pack ice cream, right? So buying those cool snacks like ice cream or popsicles helps cool you down, get you what you need, and also it's the summer, so those treats are phenomenal. And also, all of this to say is it'll minimize your exposure to all of the elements, the sun, the rain, the heat, all of that. So using mobile order, having your snacks with you, and you can go into somewhere cool, it's a great tip to have. All right, let's get into number 8. And this is dress for comfort and quick changes. And I'm not talking like dance, acting, theater quick changes, but at the same time, yes. So you're going to be sweating profusely, like you've never sweat before. You're also going to be getting wet from the rain. So all of that to say is clothes stick to you. They get wet. It's really uncomfortable. And it can get uncomfortable fast. So wear lightweight. If you like moisture wicking fabric and clothes, I'm not a fan of just that feeling. But if you like that, those are a great option. Plus, consider bringing a change of shirt, socks, pants, whatever you may have with you, because you will get wet and being uncomfortable is not fun. Also, I've seen people packing portable, just like one of those little roller towels, and they're great for drying off after a rainstorm or a water ride. I think this is truly amazing because it allows you to stay comfortable and it means for a better, happier adventure for anybody else to enjoy the day without any irritation. And I'm not talking about feeling irritated by your party members because they're complaining that it's wet. I'm talking about walking around. I'm talking about enjoying your time. So I know when my shoes, remember I was talking about my running shoes getting wet with my socks? Hate that feeling because they also make me feel like I'm getting blisters. So that's irritating, right? So making sure you have that change of clothes will make your day so much better. And also, you don't have to buy them. As much as I love Disney merch, then you don't have to buy them unexpectedly. Let's rephrase that. Number 9 on our list is to find a splash pad or a water ride or a pool and cool off. Because water play is not just for kids, it is for everybody who loves a refreshing splash on a hot day. So make more time for attractions like Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Cali River Rapids, or even Casey Jr.'s Splash and Soak Station in Magic Kingdom. Plan time for your pool back at your resort, whether on property or off property, just to explore and enjoy your time, or maybe hit up Disney's water parks such as Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon, especially if you're getting that free complimentary water park access on your first day checking into the Walt Disney Resort. We do have a blog post and video on that if you want to check that out too, because that is offered in 2025. So all of that to say is, what you want to do is find water. Water will cool you down very quickly, and it allows you just to have a lot of fun, because water-based fun and water-based play will allow you and your body to get that cool off feeling you need, and will add some excitement and refreshment to your day and your summer trip in Walt Disney World. I will note the lines will be longer for these attractions, so keeping that in mind, because everybody's going to have this idea. You'll probably be dry within 20 minutes of getting on them, but needless to say, find those splash pads, water rides, or pools, cool off, and enjoy your time. And our last Hey Disney top 10 way to enjoy your summer in Walt Disney World while beating the heat is to keep a positive, flexible mindset. And don't forget to laugh, because that's going to get you through it. The weather can be unpredictable, but your attitude will shape your experience. And this is coming from me, who, again, does not like getting wet in her real people clothes. Not like a swimsuit, that's fine, but her real people clothes. So expect the heat and rain, but don't let them ruin your fun. Embrace the rainy day, dance like you mean it in the rain, and find magic in those unpredictable moments, because keeping a sense of humor is needed. I will let you know, as I've talked about many times, about the unpredictable downpours. I remember being out, for instance, at Walt Disney World with my family. This wasn't in the summer, but it was just recently. We were there in April. And I remember walking back to the car at Animal Kingdom, and we kind of saw it was not on the radar, but it's Florida, so it's not unexpected. I remember walking back, looking up, and we were like, oh, it's raining. And I was like, oh shoot, it's really raining. Then I was like, oh no. And of course, we parked in the farthest spot in Animal Kingdom that day, right? I was like, oh crap, it's really raining. We were soaked. By the time we got to the car, it was coming down. You know that pounding on your car, you can hear it, can't see a thing, but we weren't going anywhere, so it was okay kind of rain. We were laughing as we were trying to find our car. We're like, oh my goodness. And then we got in the car, and everybody's like, oh, we're in. Oh, how soaked are you? Oh my goodness, how soaked are you? We laughed it off, and we also drove into Bright Sunshine and picked up our dinner later at a restaurant off property, because we were driving back to our resort that we were staying off property. So needless to say, and honestly, before I say needless to say, that wasn't always the case with me. For a while, I kind of let it ruin my day or my magic because I didn't like it. We have a running joke going between my husband and I, that is, don't wear your black Nikes, it's going to get wet, because whenever I wore black Nike running shoes, my shoes got soaked, and for a while, it made me so irritated. I was like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not going to go if it rains. That day, we were there, and I was like, no. Quickly, I learned I got to laugh it off, because there's no better way to get through it. A positive mindset really helps you adapt and enjoy, and truly makes lifelong memories. We will laugh about this forever. I truly know that. No matter what weather or life throws at you, look for the positive and laugh, because you're at Walt Disney World with your family. Some people can't say that. So enjoy, you're prepared, and just make the most about it and enjoy your flexible attitude and time and plans, because rain is going to happen. Heat's going to happen. Life is going to happen. How you make the most of it is up to you. So in the words of Hannah Montana, life is what you make it. So let's make it rock. I really wanted to squeak that in there, so I did. All right, that's our Hey Disney Top 10 right there. Summer's at Walt Disney World is a challenge, truly, because it's wrapped in sunshine, rain, thunderstorms, heat, but also Disney joy. But with these tips in your toolkit, you'll breeze through the heat, stay dry, hopefully, and keep your spirits high. Remember to bring your water and any hydration mix, protect yourself from the sun, nobody wants sunstroke or a sunburn, embrace the rain when it comes, and find those cool spots that feel like an oasis in the parks or even in your resort. Plan for your breaks, whether it's food or back at your resort. Use the My Disney Experience app to save you time, but don't forget, smile through it all. The magic shines brightest when you bring your best attitude. So pack that poncho, slap on that sunscreen, and get ready to make the most of your summer through the memories you're going to have at Walt Disney World, because they are truly as unforgettable as the fireworks over Cinderella's castle while watching Happily Ever After. Thank you, Jordan Fisher, for that. It's a dream. I hope you enjoyed our Hey Disney Top 10 tips for the summer in Walt Disney World. Here's to your happily adventure after. My name's London. I'm so glad I am here with you. I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day. I'll talk to you and see you real soon.